Good morning, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversations Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Well, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new week, which means it's a brand new opportunity for you to do something amazing, and it all begins today. Of course, you have your news headlines coming up on this Monday. Have a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. And in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you're part of my conversation with Travel Expert Eric Bowman. He joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show last week, to talk about this year's Travel Awards and the big winners. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with their Monday headlines. In national news, Joe Biden wants to complete his goals on civil rights, taxes, and social services if he's re-elected, says the Associated Press. President Joe Biden has a simple re-election pitch to voters: let him finish the job. What's left for him to get done? The Associated Press examines. Unlike Donald Trump, the front-runner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, who has been releasing videos and statements detailing his agenda, Biden hasn't formally released his plans as part of his campaign. But his ambitions are no secret, and his goals for child care, community college, and prescription drugs have been laid out in detail during the Democrats' first term. He also has unfulfilled promises on civil rights, such as protecting access to the ballot box, preventing police misconduct, and other things on his agenda. Banning firearms known as assault rifles remains a priority as well. The result is a second-term agenda that could look a lot like Biden's first-term agenda, with some of the same political challenges. Almost none of this can be done without cooperation from Congress, and many of these goals already have been blocked or pared down because of opposition on Capitol Hill. Biden has achieved bipartisan victories on infrastructure projects and public funding for the domestic computer chip industry, but Democrats would need to win wide majorities in both the House and the Senate to clear a path for the rest of his plans. We're going to finish as much of the job as we can in the next year, said Bruce Reed, Biden's deputy chief of staff, and finish the rest after that. Biden's campaign expressed confidence that the president's agenda would stack up well against Republicans in next year's election. A spokesperson described the election as a choice between fighting for the middle class or shilling for rich special interests, and he said it's a contrast we're more than happy to make. One other difference between Biden and Trump doesn't fit neatly into policy white papers, but it's core to their political foundation. Biden has made defending American democracy a cornerstone of his administration, while Trump tried to overturn his election loss in 2020. The result of the 2024 campaign could reshape not only government policy, but the future of the country's bedrock institutions. Biden's plans are expensive, and he doesn't want to increase the deficit, so that means he's looking to raise taxes on the wealthy. He already has succeeded in implementing a 15% minimum tax on companies with annual income exceeding $1 billion. Biden has proposed raising the top tax rate to 39.6%, the corporate tax rate to 28%, and the stock buyback tax to 4%. In international news, heavy fighting rages near main Gaza hospital, and people trapped inside say they cannot flee. Health officials and people trapped inside Gaza's largest hospital rejected Israel's claims that it was helping babies and others evacuate Sunday, saying fighting continued just outside the facility where incubators lay idle with no electricity and critical supplies were running out. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed urgent international calls for a ceasefire unless it includes the release of all the nearly 240 hostages captured by Hamas in the October 7th rampage that triggered the war. A day after Netanyahu and Israel was bringing its full force with the aim of ending Hamas' 16-year rule in Gaza, residents reported heavy airstrikes and shelling, including around the main hospital. Israel, without providing evidence, has accused Hamas of concealing a command post inside and under the compound, allegations denied by Hamas and the hospital staff. In business news, Wall Street rallies and adds to its strong gains in November. Wall Street rose sharply Friday, keeping November on track to be one of the best months of the year as companies continue to turn in better profits for the summer than many expected. The S&P 500 leaped 1.6% amid a widespread rally. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 391 points, or 1.2%, and the Nasdaq Composite was 2% higher. In more business news, Hollywood Actors Union Board approves strike-ending deal as leaders tout money gains and AI rights. Board members from Hollywood Actors Union voted Friday to approve the deal with studios that ended their strike after nearly 4 months, with the union leadership touting the gains made in weeks of methodical negotiations. The 3-year contract agreement next goes to a vote from the union members, who are now learning what they've earned through spending the summer and early fall on picket lines instead of film and television sets. And finally, in entertainment news, the 33rd installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a sequel to the 2019 Brie Larson-led Captain Marvel, managed less than a third of its $153 million predecessor, launched before ultimately taking in $1 billion worldwide. That made the top 5 movies over the weekend. Number 1, The Marvels with $47 million. Number 2, Five Nights at Freddy's with $9 million. Number 3, Taylor Swift The Eras Tour with $6 million. Number 4, Priscilla with $5 million. And number 5, Killers of the Flower Moon with $5 million. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Monday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. Today is a new opportunity to show the me of yesterday what I can do today. This moment is about now, and that is what I choose to focus on. So let's get to it. Have an amazing Monday. Travel expert Eric Bowman is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Eric Bowman, travel expert, joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about this year's Travel Awards and who were the big winners. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Thank you again for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Cyrus. I'm glad to be here.
Hey, glad to do it. So as I mentioned, of course, one of the things that you've been sharing with individuals is the winners for the Travel Awards. For those who are just now hearing about them, what are the Travel Awards, Eric, and who are the season's top winners?
Yeah, so the Travel Awards, as you said, they are the Oscars of the travel industry. They're voted on by travel advisors, a.k.a. the original true travel influencers out there. And some of the big winners this year include Royal Caribbean, which took home 10 gold Travies, and you also have Jamaica, which took home 6 gold Travies.
Wow. I guess it should be no surprise, really, Eric, considering how much, of course, we hear people loving to be able to get out there in different ways for them to be able to do that. One of the things that people are doing, though, that I think we have kind of gotten away from seem to be working with a travel agent. But what are the advantages, though, Eric, of using a travel agent when we're planning a trip?
Yeah, so travel agents, travel advisors, they're going to save you time and money and really maximize all the value that is possible for your vacation experience and make it more seamless and easy and everything. They're also there for you in your corner should something go wrong. Heaven forbid it does, but you never know what can happen, right? So they can help facilitate and be on the phone and be on those wait times if you have to talk to an airline or something. An advisor can do that for you and help make sure that your vacation process gets back on the right track. They're also in the know with a lot of these award-winning destinations like Jamaica, which was the best in culinary destination in the Caribbean. Love that jerk chicken. You also had Jamaica winning the best for destination weddings and honeymoons, too. So a lot to love there. And if you're thinking about Europe, it was Greece that took home the top spots this year with the best in Europe.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. But that's on tomorrow's more news, message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and of course, your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. So let's go make today amazing. Take care.